assuming the reason why you clicked on this video is because you are planning on booking a trip to Puerto Rico, or maybe you already got it booked and you trying to figure out what the is it that I'm going to do, where we gonna go, where we gonna eat, where we gonna stay. In this video, I'm gonna show a lot of options that you can have while in Puerto Rico. I know it's a lot of controversy that's been going on with this Airbnb situation. I didn't realize how deep it was until I be strolling on TikTok late nights, early mornings. I'm just gonna go with what I did, but do what's best for you. Normally when I take trips, I love to go to resorts, all inclusives to be exact. I just feel more safer. It's always something lined up. Food is right there. Everything is there. Puerto Rico does not really have all inclusives. Got a few that include stuff on the premises. Carib, Hilton. I'll put a few names right here, but they were quite expensive, honey. I don't even got to use a passport to get to this location. Why in the hell would I spend over $1,200 on just hotel accommodations alone? Make it make sense. So I kind of was just like, you know what, let's find an alternative to where we can stay. I, this time around, booked with an Airbnb. Now, I also want to say that this time around, we stayed with the locals. A lot of times, we tend to book hotels and things like that where it's touristy. Now, if you do decide to do Airbnb, the first things that you want to look for is proximity to where you are going to, what are you going to be doing? So if you're going to be wanting to do maybe more of San Juan, maybe it makes sense to get an Airbnb closer so you don't have to Uber back and forth. If you want to do like more on the water, maybe it's better to get you a Airbnb that's closer to Condado. If you're going to do more partying, maybe it makes more sense to get you an Airbnb in Sanctuary. Okay, over there near La Placita. It's all on what you're planning on doing. Now, where we was at was in a little town called Loiza. I think that's how you say it, Loiza, honey. We was definitely with the locals, honey, okay? And this is not for the faint at heart. Like, if you're one of those ones that get a little leery or clutch your pearls because you're in an environment where maybe you might see a lot of trash on the floor, child, or roosters walking around, or, you know, Puerto Ricans hanging out, because that's what they do. And this probably wouldn't be the neighborhood for you. It does have this nice strip where we ate, where you could walk. It even had places like McDonald's and churches and things that you know of that's right around the corner from you. I mean, but why you going out of town and eating what you can eat at home? It just doesn't make no sense. But this location was really, really good. It was very small, the place that we rented, but it was only two of us. So we were fine. Me and my husband was fine with the location. We was fine with the accommodations. You have to just figure out what is it that you want to do the most of. You should try to book accommodations around that area. And then even on Airbnb, if you happen to book with Airbnb, they even have where you can look and show where if it's the safest neighborhood or if it's not so safe, or you can even Google it if you're not sure, because of course you're going to an area that you're not familiar with. Read the reviews. That's what really helps me. When I selected my Airbnb, we read a ton of reviews. Thank God there was a lot. I don't really go for the ones that don't really have many reviews, honey. So be careful, okay? There was a lot of people that were saying that there was a lot of places, places that was nearby, walking distance to the beach, walking distance to nightclubs and different hangout spots, walking distance, like all of that really helped me with my decision for this location. I wasn't all glitz and glam. It wasn't views and all of that type of thing. But honey, if you don't mind, if you're like me and you're not going to spend all your time in the room, then it really don't matter, honey. You just want to come home to hot water, clean place to lay your head. That's about it, right? Right. Figure out your price point, how much you want to spend. Figure out where you're going to be going and see what area will be best for you. Nightlife and entertainment. Anytime you go on vacation, most times you want to know what is there to do. I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to get into something. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to turn up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my drink on. I'm trying to, if that's the type of vibe that you're looking for. Some of the places that we visited or that was on our list to visit was La Placita. Now, La Placita was a vibe. We were told that it's a vibe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. And they said Friday and Saturday is really jam-packed. Now, Sunday was packed as hell. So if Friday and Saturday is packer than Sunday, then honey. You ever been to Memorial Day weekend on South Beach? It gave that energy. Have you ever been to Las Olas in Fort Lauderdale? It gave that energy. Have you ever been to Bayside in Miami? Like, it gave that energy. Just a lot of people, everybody having fun, everybody's drinking. It's clubs, it's food places, not a whole lot of food. I think they had food trucks and things like that, but most people was out there drinking. They was getting their drink on. They had music on top of more music. The Puerto Ricans know how to have a good time. Did have a few clubs that played music like R&B, hip hop, rap. On one other, it was on another side. If I remember the name, I'll put it here. District of T. That is another hangout spot. They close a little bit earlier. I believe it's 11 or 12, something like that. But this pretty much, I feel like, was a little bit more of a mature audience. Or maybe not, because I've seen children out there too, like kids, teenagers, things like that. But they have like an arcade out there. They have food places. They have live performances. They have places where you can drink. They have something for the entire family, to be honest. Across the street, they had like the whole I Love Puerto Rico sign. They have like this big water fountain or whatever you call it in the middle where it does like music. They even have zip lining, girl, out there. Yes. It was more of a relaxed vibe for us. Like, we didn't do too much of heavy partying and sweating like we did at La Placita. It was just more chill, like have a little drink or two and sit around, talk, chit chat, and just enjoy the scenery. Because they had like this big grassy field. It was just a nice vibe. Loiza Street, which is right near where we were living at. It's like a long strip. We didn't even walk that whole damn strip, honey. And it had nothing but different restaurants. Very great, authentic Puerto Rican food. When we came back from La Placita one night, that was still jumping. Like just a hangout spot. I know that it's not far from a beach because you can feel the breeze. When it gets real breezy, I enjoy that breeze because Florida don't get that breeze at all. It be hot. Don't get me wrong, Puerto Rico was very hot, but it was breezy at the same damn time. You check out Loiza Street. It's a little bit more hood. Okay. But it was a vibe. Condado very much gave me Miami. Okay. It gave me the whole South Beach Strip completely. That's all I picked up. That's the energy. Or if you go take A1A or Federal Highway all the way up to the beach and stuff like that, like it gave that energy if you're from Florida. It really gave that whole upscale. This is where you're going to find a lot of the hotels that has views of the water, real water sports activities, all of that. Condado, honey. And there was some really great foodery places out there as well. You can do all the little scootering you want, water sports, everything out there. It was a vibe. Like if you're trying to go and get a suntan, honey, Condado is the place to be because you're out there and you're walking the strip, always somewhere to eat, always somewhere to drink. It just gave me Miami. Oh, San Juan is also an option. We didn't do a lot of clubbing and things like that, but we do know that it is available. We went out there more in the daytime. We did not go in the evening, so I don't really know how it is at night. But I do know that they do offer the whole party vibe as well out there. A lot of foodery places, a lot of places to take pictures, honey. It's the place to be for pictures. Okay, and it's really close to the port. The other sign that says I love Puerto Rico, so you can walk over there and take your pictures. They had a lot of historical things going on out there, a lot of historical buildings, things that happen. So you probably want to do like a little tour guide. They have the walking tours, they have the bus and hop on, hop off type of tours. They have all type of tours out there. As far as excursions and things to do, they have water sports, like I said, on Condado. We did glass canoeing. Okay, so we went with a company, and I'll put all the information here on the screen. And we did that. It was really, really fun. But while we were out there on the water, we saw a lot of different water activity sports. So bicycling, I don't even want to name it because I know I'm saying the word wrong, but it was a lot of different things going on. So if you're a water baby and you enjoy the sea and being out there with the animals and the, you know what I'm saying, nature, honey, this is the right place for you. Condado will probably be your best spot. We had a good time on the glass canoeing. We didn't see as much animals as we thought we would. We saw starfish, manatee, jellyfish, of course, some big ass iguanas, honey. Them things is huge. Now, I know Florida got iguanas, but these ones are like 4-5 times the size of that. Whew, child. And they don't even want to move, honey. Okay. They like, I belong here, you don't. You see a lot of birds and different little pelicans and different little things of the sea. A lot of these activities you can book under Airbnb experience. That's where we got the glass canoe. We wanted to do a little salsa dancing lesson. So when I go back, I'm definitely doing that. Rum tasting and different dish tasting. They have tours up on it. They have everything on the Airbnb experiences. If you want to, book through some person that's a little bit more safe in case something happens, you could possibly get a refund or something. UTV excursions is also, they had ATV, UTV. They had horseback riding, and they had go-karting and hay riding and different things like this. We went through Caraba or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna put it here. It was like in the Yunique area, so the rainforest. It was really, really beautiful up there. And then what made it even more exciting, y'all, is because it had rained earlier that day, so it was a little muddy. So we got a lot of muddy, honey. Ooh, child, I was having a good old time. Like, it felt good to just get dirty. It was by a tour. We kind of like, grouped up, and then they took us on a little tour through the whole Yunique Rainforest. Then they take you up to this place to take a little break, wash off, like get into this little calming river, natural waters. And then you go up, you can get you like a coconut, or you can get these shusha bobs on the stick, girl. Ooh, honey, good. When I tell you it was good, the meats was so tender, just falling off the damn stick. Ooh, child, but it was expensive, $10 for one stick. But it's worth it, honey. I'm not gonna lie. Also, how we found a lot of our entertainment, a lot of our excursions and things like that was through Facebook groups. Join Facebook groups, girl. Facebook groups, Puerto Rico. I'm gonna put a few of them that I'm in, where people are just sharing what they did, where they went. This can definitely take the pressure and anxiety off of you. I know, sis, that planning a trip is not easy. Rental car. No, we did not rent a car. We did a whole lot of Ubering. Now, next time we do plan on possibly renting a car, maybe, because we would like to stay out of just San Juan and the little local areas that we were in. We would love to go to other parts of Puerto Rico, get a little feel of the other areas in Puerto Rico, okay? Just like Miami, not the only area in Florida, Chad. I know for me, I don't like to drive places where I'm not from. Like, I don't want to go to another country and drive because I don't know their laws. I don't know their rules. Some of them driving on the wrong side of the road, okay? Not the case here, but it's just, girl, Puerto Rico, if you notice, a lot of their cars are just smash in the front. Smash the hell in. You want to know why? Because nobody has patience. Everybody is pulling out in front of the next person. They're going through, and girl, in the local area where we were staying, I wouldn't even want to drive. And then their roads are very narrower. And now, when we was driving to the Yunique Rainforest, it was giving very much local driving, like on a highway. Everybody had their own lane on the right side of the road. Like, it just gave a better feel. Like, I would have felt more comfortable driving there, but you do you. I know a lot of people said that there's a lot of rental cars nearby to be able to take up, like, hike up to different places and things like that. So how we got around we used a lot of Uber. They do not have Lyft. I repeat, they do not have Lyft in Puerto Rico. Can say that in the location where we were at, a lot of our trips were about $6, $7 and things like that. They were very inexpensive for the most part. I am going to say that, baby, the time of the day matters. I remember being at home and Ubering, like, locations from where we were going to be staying at the Airbnb to locations that we were planning on trying to eat at or visit, and them being like 7-minute drive, 10-minute drive, 10 minutes or less. I'll just say that. And then when we got there, they were like 20 minutes. Some was 30. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't remember that. It had to be because of traffic and the time of the day. It matters, honey. It's best for you to do most of your Ubering later on in the afternoon, child, later on in the evening, because, honey, unless you want to pay double times, it wasn't every day, but certain days we experienced that hijack of the prices, and that was horrible. We noticed like around 7, 8, everything went back to normal. So if you can, do a lot of walking. Okay, get those calories in. Okay, get those steps in. I also forgot to mention, when it comes to Airbnb, the one thing that you would like to also kind of look into when you're looking for an Airbnb is a generator. Puerto Rico tends to just all of a sudden have a blackout. Lights go out. We experienced that while we was there. We didn't know it because where we were coming from I guess they probably had generators. Our Airbnb had a generator. When we went into these stores on the strip on Loiza, they were black. Some of the places had even closed early, I guess, because they had been in dark or didn't have any power. So definitely look into that, because you just never know what happens. Places to eat. I don't know about you, but your girl is a foodie. I really enjoy good food. I noticed that by putting the best authentic Puerto Rican places to eat in my Google, they bought up like this whole thing. It was so much to choose from, honey. When I tell you I got overwhelmed, I got so overwhelmed. But that Loiza Strip had some really great Puerto Rican eateries. Now, we did try Bebo's. Bebes or something like that. Girl, so good. Line so long. So be sure to get there early. But you could tell where the good food is because, baby, locals was coming in. You want to ask the locals. You want to go where the locals going because they are not going to lie about the food. They know where the good food is at. But we tried some of the best. That pork. I know I said I was going to do better and I wasn't going to really eat pork, which I really don't. But I had to try it because I know that them Spanish folks is good for that pork that just fall off the bone to be so well seasoned, marinated, and then it just tender. I tried it, so good. I tried some type of yuca cheese balls and I did some empanadas and beans and rice. Mofongo. I had the stuffed pork mofongo. Girl, yummy. I had pork chop. It was just really good. The food was really, really delicious. Really, really good. I would skip the dessert. And the pina colada was okay. We did try burger and mayo lab or something like that. I feel like that's just the hype. Okay, honey. If you go on TikTok, you will see a lot of people talking about burger or mayo lab. It was not all of that. The wait is long because the place is small. There's barely any seating inside. So people are lined up outside to come in and eat hamburgers. And I ain't gonna lie, I had this whole little lobster type of dish. And it was pretty good. But then as I kept taking bites, I was just like, this is giving me very much TV dinner, okay? And I'm not trying to come out of town for TV dinner. It was okay. I wouldn't personally go back to it. And if somebody said, oh, I want to try Burger Lab, I'd be like, girl, well, you could try something else. If you had to pick between Burger Lab and somewhere else, pick the other place. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, or how people make it seem. It's about the hype, honey. I'm going to put some of the places here. We were not, of course, able to try every single thing. I wish. Get Lily's. That's on Condado. More of a upscale. Serafina was like an Italian place. That was on Condado. Also, more of a better upscale. You know what I'm saying? Seafoody type of places. Great views. Different things like that on the water. Yeah. Mercado La Carrera. I might have said that right or wrong. I'm not sure. I think that was breakfast. Bistro Cafe, yummy, honey. So good. Big portions. We went there for brunch. I had the stuffed avocado, honey. So good. El Hijabrito. Girl, my Spanish is jacked up. I haven't taken it in what? Years. Panis or pananis or panes or something. I don't know. It's for breakfast. We went there. It was okay. That's on Condado as well. It was okay. Fundacio Casa Cortez. I don't even know why the hell I'm trying to say this. So I'm just going to put it on the screen. Salmoredo. Mr. Weenie, honey. I thought that was going to be for the hype. Mr. Weenie is basically like this little place that you go on. And that's on San Juan. And they have like this little waffle thing that they have. It basically tastes like a waffle maker, but it's in the shape of a penis or a vagina. You get whatever you want, but honey, it starts acting up. So be sure you are mindful of what you're putting on top. The toppings add up. Girl, the man tried to make it seem like, oh, you know, you can get this, and then when I get my total, it was like $14. I'm like, how did I get the 14 and the total is $8? Make sure you get it fresh. Tell them, I don't want the one that's been sitting on there. Can I get a fresh one? When I tell you it was so moist and LGBTQ representing races or something like that, but it means roots. Food was okay. I don't know if I would really go back. Now, my husband, he had some type of steak dish. It was so good. I had a seafood paella, or however you say it. Very fishy. The shrimp still had to help the shit sack in it. If I go back, I would not get that again. Barrachina or something like that. That's like the place where the pina colada was born. And it's in Old San Juan. We had already eaten, so we did not eat there. But that's a place to eat down that way. Ropa Veja Grill. I think that's on Condado as well. These were some of the places that we tried while we were there. These are some of the places that I had on my list to try or didn't get to do it. I want to say that Puerto Rico showed us nothing but a good time and then me but rest. Definitely going back. We are going back, honey. And I hope you have a great time when you go. If I helped you, be sure to thumbs this video up. Comment down below some places that you have been, honey, that can help others. Because you know people go straight to the comments. Thumbs this video up. Put me on the YouTube algorithm if you love content like so. You felt the vibes, girl. Go ahead and subscribe. Made it to the end of this video. Be sure to put this emoji in the comments down below. That's how I'm going to know it's real. And I'm going to thank you so very much for taking the time out to watch my video. And I did not mention, but I booked Spirit to get there, honey. Pulled up to the airport because the airport is cheaper, honey. I got a whole video about that. Check it out. Check it out. Cheaper airport tickets, okay? Cheaper ways to be able to fly. Thank you for watching, boo. Until next time. Later.